Welcome everyone to day 3 of the Mahishasura Mardhini, the discussion of the stanzas along with Uma Jayaraman ma'am. Ma'am, shall we begin with yesterday's verses? Yeah. Okay, so I will play the video and let's get started. Before that, I just need to make Shilpa co-host. Yes. Okay.
ऐगिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ जगदम्ब मदम्ब कदम्ब वनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुङ्ग हिमालय शृङ्गनिजालय मध्यगते मधुमधुरे मधुकैटभगञ्जिनि कैटभभञ्जिनि रासरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐशतखण्ड विखण्डित रुण्ड वितुण्डित शुण्ड गजाधिपते रिपुगजदण्ड विदारण चण्ड पराक्रम शुण्ड मृगाधिपते निजभुजदण्ड निपातित खण्ड विपातित मुण्ड भटाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरणदुर्मद शत्रुवधोदित दुर्धर निर्जर शक्तिभृते चतुरविचारधुरीण महाशिवदूतकृत प्रमथाधिपते दुरित दुरीह दुराशय दुर्मति दानवदूत कृतान्तमते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शरणागत वैरिवधूवर वीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूल विरोधि शिरोधि कृतामलशूलकरे दुमि दुमि तामर दुन्दुभिनाद महोमुखरीकृत तिग्मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ निजहुंकृतिमात्र निराकृत धूम्रविलोचन धूम्रशते समरविशोषित शोणित बीज समुद्भव शोणित बीजलते शिव शिव शुम्भ निशुम्भ महाहवतर्पित भूत पिशाचरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते धनुरनुसङ्गरणक्षण सङ्ग परिस्फुरदङ्ग नटत्कटके कनकपिशङ्गपृषत्कनिशङ्गरसद्भटशृङ्गहतावटुके कृतचतुरङ्गबलक्षितिरङ्गघटद्बहुरङ्गरटद्बटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते।
Okay. So everyone can unmute themselves. If I mean, not that they must, but I had removed the permission. So, okay. So, ma'am, we'll start with today's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will share my screen again.
Hari Om. So we saw in the previous shlokas how the little Raudra roop of Devi, when it comes to putting down evil forces, she uses all her resources also. She takes help of even Lord Shiva and, puts down the evil forces. But there is always the feminine side, which is very, very gentle, protective, and that is the combination here. After all that battle and putting down all of them, the entire world thanks her and lauds her with Jaya Jayakar. So that's what in this particular stanza we see, that everybody is praising her, and she is also extremely happy. She also stands for all the kalas, all the arts. So she sings and she dances along with Lord Shiva. That's the gist of this particular stanza. Jaya Jaya Japya Jaye Jaya Shabda Parastuti Tatpara Vishwanuti. Jai Jai, victory be to you, victory be to you. Japya, one who is worthy of japa, one who is worthy of praising or taking her name. There is a lot of emphasis on Namasmarana. So, they chant her name. Jaya, Jaye, O Jaya, Jaya Shabda Parastuti Tatpara Vishwanuti. The entire world is engrossed in your stuti, in your praise. Stuti, to praise, with Jayakar, Jaya Shabda. And what are you doing? You are pleasing Bhutapati, Lord Shiva, with your dance. When you dance, your nupur, makes very sweet noise. Jhana jhana jhinjhini jhinkrita nupura. So with that jhan 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 sound, you enthrall Lord Shiva. The Lord Shiva is mohita or enthralled with your dance and the sound of your nupur. Nupur is anklet. Natita Natardha Nati Natanayaka Natita Natya Suganarati. And you are dancing along with Nata. Nati is the female dancer or female abhinetri, and Nata is the male abhineta, dancers. In this particular context, it is dancers. So you being the Ardhangini of Lord Shiva, you are also dancing along with him, Natanayak, one who is the leader of dance. Natanayaka, Nataraj. That's why Lord Shiva is also said Natara. So along with Lord Shiva, you are engrossed in celebration, in dancing, Suganarati, and you are engrossed in music, singing. Oh, such Mahishasura Mardhini, one goddess who killed Mahishasura, victory be to you, with one who has beautiful locks. Here there is, about the dance, the Nata, the dance is called Nritta, and the Nritya is the Nati dance, female aspect of the dance. Yeah.
Any questions or comments? So what is interesting here is that, otherwise usually when we think about people doing japa, somehow even the word itself, at least in my mind, it brings the idea that you're doing something like meditation where you're just repeating one thing over and over again. But it seems to be that, when it says here, when they say you and your stories are the ones that can be meditated upon. So it seems to be, and this is more consistent with the stories of the rishis, that it's not that you, maybe when you start off, you only repeat one thing over and over again, but maybe over time, it is more like you're thinking about various things and sort of, processing ideas and coming up. Would that be a reasonable thing to say? Because it says your stories are the ones.
Yeah, that's true. But here, both the words are used. Stuti is description of her deeds and praising her. That is what all the stories are, Stuti. And Japa is just the namasmara, chanting. So, that also pumps you up, right? When you take a name again and again, that has got its own benefits, and you praise the goddess. That is, so Stuti and Japa, both are there. That's why, the first word is repeated also, I think. Jaya, Jaya, Jaya is. So Japa, taking the chant again and again, Om Namo Devyai Namaha, Devyai Namaha, it is something, and Stuti, praising them. Both are involved here. Yeah.
And about the thing about anklets, I think there's no English equivalent for that.
I know Payal, Nopur and all that. Yes.
Yeah, for the
that, right?
With the bells, the geje. So I don't think there is a
Gunguru. I don't know what you say. So Jhana Jhana, that speaks volumes. It's a sonorous word, right? Yes.
Yes. Okay. If no one else has questions or comments, yeah, please tell me.
What's the meaning of Tatpara Vishwanute?
Vishwanute, the entire Vishwa bows in front of her. Tatpara, totally engrossed. Tatpara, engrossed in that. So, without any other thoughts coming to them, they are tatpar in that. Tasmin eva rataha. Here, it's more of, play with words, alliteration, what we say. The same word is repeated again and again. Like, japa, that has also got an effect of emphasis. So just because you put down the, or your, you take arms You are extremely gentle. Basically, you are extremely gentle. That aspect is what is repeated again and again, just for emphasis, and um, um, also brings the beauty and that rhythm. So, Ayi Sumana, oh goddess, your heart is Sundar, extremely beautiful, extremely gentle. Su can be interpreted as good. Su can be interpreted as gentle. Sumanaha is also for Deva. You can also refer to Sumanaha, those who have got good hearts. Sumanaha, Sumanohar. Such beautiful goddess, Kantiyuti, one who has extraordinary glow about her. Kanti means glow, Yute with. So, I Sumana, 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 Sumanohara Kantiyuti. Here, we can't interpret it as flowers as it's given here. Later on, I thought it is only good heart, gentle heart. Same thing is repeated again. Shrita Rajani, 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 Rajani Kara Vaktravati. Just as Rajani Kara, we have Divakara, Dinakara, one who makes Rajani, or one who comes, springs up at night. That is moon. So Rajani Kara Vaktravati, one who has, Vaktra means face, one who has such a calming and beautiful face like the moon. The moon stands for calm, calmness, a cool, gentle, as against the sun, which is power. So here in this particular shloka, all the calming aspects or the gentle aspects are perhaps described. Shrita Rajani, one who is, as calm as the Rajani, the night. Rajani, 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 Rajani Kara Vaktravite. So the last Rajani Kara Vaktravite is one who is Rajani Kar, one whose face is like beautiful, like the moon. Next is her eyes, describing now the face, and first the qualities of heart, then the looks of her face, and then here the description is about eyes. How her eyes are like Brahmara. The bee does not, stay in one place. It just keeps, wandering here and there all the time. It's very chanchal. So this is how your eyes are. So, perhaps we can interpret it that she is keeping her eyes and ears open. She is always alert and looking around and watching. We can interpret it that way. So, oh beautiful eye, Devi, your eyes are like Brahmara, which Brahma, the Brahmara name itself has, come from Brahmati iti Brahmara, one who just keeps wandering here and there. So, one who is wandering, one who is chanchal, Brahmara Brahmaradhipate, the queen of beasts. Oh goddess, victory be to you, victory be to you. Oh Mahishasura Mardhini, with the beautiful locks, and the daughter of Himalayas. So the beauty more is, in that repetition, and just as japa, all the repetition has an effect, here also the beauty is the alliteration, and the beauty is in that, the usage of words.
Yeah, in fact, this is amongst the most amazing parts of the song, where the same word is repeated over and over again, but it doesn't necessarily have the same meaning each time. So each time it's really nice.
Yes.
I have Sumana, a lot of things.
Yes, the moment we hear Sumana, even flowers come up to our mind, right? Though it is Sumanam and not Sumanaha, but still, all good things spring up in our thoughts. Yeah.
Yes. I have a lot of things to say, so if anyone else has questions, you should ask first. Okay, fine. Couple of things. So one is, I think that you already said. So it's more like gentle as in kind than delicate or I think the discussion we were having on the very first day, where basically it's about the kindness that comes from strength. So yeah, so in the same way that only if one's muscles are really, really good can you hold something very delicately. Otherwise, one tends to, one has less control, so you can't keep track. The other thing was this thing about the moon. One of the observations that I wanted to make is, if you read, which I haven't read at secondhand, but from Andal's poetry, where she talks about getting up, at very early in the morning, and by moonlight going to the fields and working, etc. Because in most of India, the sun, it's the main thing about it is it's harsh, especially when if for people who have to work in the fields, or if you're working outdoors in general. So people try to do as much work as possible by moonlight, which is why full moon is it's the best time to do anything or start anything, because basically you can work by moonlight. So I think the moon is also sort of it's like a guiding light.
Yes.
For people. So, and the other one is and oh, by the way, the guiding light thing is also, I think, here where it says which makes lotuses bloom. So it's kind of a extension.
So the other thing, it is not actually lotus, it is a kumudini. I don't get the particular word for kumudini. In kumudini, blossoms at night, and lotus blossoms in the morning. So it is like that, but I don't know what word to use for that. And
like
then
that Brahma Kamala.
Yeah, and the Tilotama, that Aushadhipati. Aushadhipati is also the name of the moon, which means that at night through the moon, the Vanaspati get a lot of strength or lot of properties. That is why the moon is called Aushadhipati. So the night is also nourishing all the vegetation, Vanaspati Aushadhayaha. So that also, so it's that also does a lot of portion.
The other comment that I wanted to make was, this when it says face like the moon. This I've noticed in many other compositions as well. I mean, it's not, of course, a generalization wouldn't be correct. But the thing is, usually when the description says face like the moon, a lot of the times we tend to interpret it, and this is really because of our colonial, problems. We tend to interpret it as white as the moon, but that is actually completely not true, because I've almost never seen anyone say somebody's face is as white as the moon, because fair skin was actually not an advantage in India. It's a disadvantage because you can't stand, work in the sun, etc. So it's always about more of the shape, and like you said, I think the radiance, the fact that it is cool and calming, and that is the actual assumption.
Just as it gives, a kind of a calming effect. So when you look at a particular face, it should have a calming effect on you, not, yes, correct.
Yeah. Fine. Shall we go to the next one? Any other comments? Yes, ma'am.
Here again, both the aspects of Devi are described, that she does the Malla Yuddha. Okay, the women power, along with all the women Malla Yodhas, wrestlers. All right, but where she, the nature and the wild, she lives amongst Bheels, the tribal people who are her, who help her in her wrestling, or and where do they live? Those tribal women, they live in their own, they themselves created their huts with all the creepers, beautiful creepers. That's the Sahita Mahahava Malla Matallika Mallitarallaka Mallarati. So the usage of that la 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 is also basically to give that alliteration effect or the beauty of the song or the shloka. Oh goddess, you are very Sahita Maha, along with Maha, great warriors group. Mahahava. Ahava also means yajna, but in this context, it's like one performs yajna when everybody gathers. Similarly, you have a huge group of Mallama, Tallika, Mallita, Rallaka, Mallarati. So you are engrossed in Malla Yuddha along with Mallama, Tallika, Mallita, Rallaka, Mallarati. So all the Asura warriors or all the warriors, female warriors is what here she is talking about. Here we are talking about. So she has a huge army of Malla Yodhas who are female, and they live in, they know the Mallarate, they are very good at Malla Yuddha. And Mallitarallaka, they live in Malli, amongst jasmine latas, creepers, and Virachita Vallika, Pallika, Mallika, Jillika, Bhillika, Varga Vrite. And she is surrounded by, the goddess is surrounded by those yodhas, Malla yodhas, female yodhas, who have made Virachita, who have created by themselves Vallika along with creeper, with the help of creepers, Pallika, their huts of Mallika, Malli, jasmine, and those Bhil women, those Bhil tribe yodhas surround her with the kind of that kind of a humming sound like a cricket. Jhildika is a cricket. Shitakrita Pulla Samulla Sitaruna Tallaja Pallava Sallalite. Sallalite, beautiful one. You are very satisfied and you appear like early morning dawns, fresh, gentle, best leaf. Shitakrita Pulla, that which is blossom. Samullasita, beautiful, full of energy. Aruna, reddish. Tallaja, the best. Pallava, leaf. Sallaliti. So you are as beautiful and gentle and reddish, looking, full of glow. Jaya Jaya, He Mahishasura Mardhini, Ramyaka Pardhini, Shailasute. Victory be to you, O Mahishasura Mardhini, O the one who destroyed Mahishasura, the one with beautiful locks, and the daughter of Himalaya.
Ma'am, so much for women didn't fight. So as it turns out,
It is just, yes. They
not only were they into fighting, they were also into hand-to-hand combat. So
yeah, Malla Yuddha. So here in the previous also we saw, no, with her own hand she breaks the elephant's trunk.
Yeah, and it's one thing when the goddess is doing it, but here it's quite clear that it's not just her. It is, it was common for
army. Yes.
Yes, she's an army of.
And the reference of all the tribals. That's also quite interesting.
Yeah.
Bhil.
I think just like Shiva had, more of a unstructured army. I mean, I'm not referring to the, who they're supposed to be, but because he also had a lot of tribals.
Yes.
So it's more of, again, I don't want to use the word guerrilla warfare because that sounds wrong. But it's more of people who are capable of running through forests and, attacking all more or less on their own. And it's not like the kind of warfare as in the plains where you can have one army facing another army and strategy and this formation and that formation, but this is a lot more raw and
So yes. So Shiva also had the similar people, Gana, and here even they talk about her also. Her army is also, because living in huts made by themselves, and also they're all. So maybe because she lives in mountain region. This is her army.
Yes, absolutely. You need people with these, many skills at the same time who can do hand-to-hand combat and climb mountains and, cut things down with a sword. And in fact, apparently, from what I'd read long ago, this was what got Alexander into trouble. Because the rest of the time when he was coming up to, this is just stories, I don't know how true it is, but when he's coming right up to somewhere like, say, Afghanistan, he was doing okay. And then suddenly they started meeting not huge armies, but just lots of small groups who were vicious. I mean, who were really, really deadly. So then they didn't know how to deal with it. I mean, basically they couldn't fight that because it's coming at you continuously and they're very skilled. So yeah, that must have been fun. Any other questions?
Again, talking about how strong and in prime of youth she is, the Devi is. And at the same time, the artistic, aspect or part of her personality. Avirala Ganda Galanmada Medura Matta Matangaja Rajapate. There is a saying, I'm not very sure about, how authentic it is, but in Sanskrit, in many, stories and kavyas, this is used to describe an elephant, which is in its prime. What happens to describe it? They say that from its ears, some or the kind of a fluid flows, keeps flowing on its cheek, which happens when it is in the prime best of health, prime youth. So how is this goddess? Avirala Ganda Galan Mada Medura. The Mada Jala is the fluid that keeps coming out. Aviral, continuous, Avirala, without stopping. Ganda in the cheeks, Galan, dripping, Mada Medura, Matta Matangaja. So that speaks of how the Gaja is full of strength. Rajapati, O princess, Tribhuvana Bhushana Bhutakalanidhi. So you are as strong as an elephant in its prime youth. And you are Bhushan. You are the ornament of all the three worlds, because also you are the treasure of all the arts. You are the ocean of beauty. So you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are the goddess of all the arts, like Saraswati, So you represent all the artistic traits. Ayi Sudati Jana Lalasa Manasa Mohana Manmatha Rajasute. We know that Kamadev or Manmatha, his job is to make others fall in love. That's Kamadev, who generates desire in others. But here what's happening? Because of your beautiful Sudati Jana, with your beautiful smile with Sudanta, Lalasa Manasa Mohana Manmatha, Manmatha, the Kamadev himself is attracted by you. So the Kamadev, you have the capacity of attracting Kamadev himself. Mohana, you enchant him. Oh, great Mahishasura Mardhini, with beautiful locks, the daughter of Himalaya, victory be to you, victory be to you. So you have power, you have beauty, and you have all the arts, and that is why you are the bhushan of the entire world. Bhushan, you are the ornament of the entire world.
So this thing about elephants, I think you were also telling me once about elephants and musk.
Yeah.
So basically, like what of all the animals that one usually encounters in India, what is the scariest? The scariest is actually elephants. I mean, even more than tigers, because tigers can maybe kill one or two, but elephants, when they are on a rampage, can do unimaginable damage. But the thing about, and the males are much bigger than the females. But the thing about elephants is that they're matriarchal. So that means that usually the males will not actually take much initiative. They won't do anything on their own. They're always looking to mummy for, guidance. Like, what should I do next? So, I think that's what this is about, that she is like the queen of the elephants. So basically the huge male elephants will listen to her, as opposed to listening to a female elephant. So even in the Mysore Dasara procession, for example, the goddess, the idol is always carried by the biggest male around. But you will always have one or even two female elephants who are kind of guiding him, because otherwise he is not going to agree to be the right in front of the procession, because usually among elephants the males are never in front. It's always the female who is leading. So so the only time when the males act independently and do something without listening to the female is when they're in must, when they're in that phase where they are sort of, like he says, intoxicated. But also, as we know, when the elephants are in must, they're impossible to control. They just run around the place. I think we have seen all the videos of, some elephant going and throwing around bikes around and other scary things. So basically, you're talking about the goddess as someone who can control those elephants, because if you can control those elephants, then your army is unstoppable in war, because you have these enormous guys who are taking commands only from the goddess and not from looking for anything else. And they are, I mean, they go past what even they themselves are capable of. It's basically like all their adrenaline or whatever hormone elephants have is on, making them just destroy everything in sight. So it's yeah, I mean, sorry, I just love animals, so this was a little too much of a lecture, but still. Yeah. Would anyone else like to comment? I have a question also about the third line. I didn't understand what they mean. Like, who acts as a mother to Manmatha. What does that mean?
You know, that is the story, you know, he was burnt to ashes, right? Manmatha was, Kamadev was burnt to ashes by, you know, the Lord Shiva opening his third eye.
Third eye.
So she is the one who persuaded him to bring him to life. So let him be at least, you know, without any physical form, but bring him back to life. So that way she gave him birth. That can be the interpretation.
Ah.
Right?
Right. Okay. No one is asking any questions. I was wondering if I've muted everybody or something has gone wrong. So, or maybe just Tuesday.
No, ma'am. There is no questions at all. Ma'am is explaining very well.
These are relatively, you know, simpler shlokas.
Compared to the first four, these are much more simpler.
Yes, they're quite simple, straightforward.
Yeah, but we never thought about it. We always used to chant, but we never thought or gave our mind into it, thinking this might be the meaning. It is well explained now, so we can relate to it whenever we are chanting.
Yeah, actually, this is a learning experience even for me. Even I am, you know, because of the discussion that's happening, finding it, and you know, so many thoughts come. Oh, this can be like that in the modern context, in the, you know, overall the stanza, the way, you know, where somewhere she's described with lot of power, suddenly, you know, you have the artistic as description about her. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think we finished for today.
Yeah, I think we're finished. So I will stop share and mute everyone, and I will play the entire song. And then we will stop for the day. So thank you so much, everyone. Just in case you have to leave early before the song ends, but otherwise the song is 10 minutes, so we can also talk after.
ऐगिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ जगदम्ब मदम्ब कदम्ब वनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुङ्ग हिमालय शृङ्गनिजालय मध्यगते मधुमधुरे मधुकैटभगञ्जिनि कैटभभञ्जिनि रासरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐशतखण्ड विखण्डित रुण्ड वितुण्डित शुण्ड गजाधिपते रिपुगजदण्ड विदारण चण्ड पराक्रम शुण्ड मृगाधिपते निज भुजभुजदण्डनिपातितखण्डविपातितमुण्डभटाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरणदुर्मदशत्रुवधोदितदुर्धर निर्जरशक्तिभृते चतुरविचारधुरीण महाशिवदूतकृतप्रमथाधिपते दुरितदुरीह दुराशय दुर्मतिदानवदूतकृतान्तमते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शरणागत वैरिवधूवर वीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूलविरोधि शिरोधि कृतामलशूलकरे दुमि दुमितामर दुन्दुभिनादमहोमुखरीकृततिग्मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ निजहुं कृतिमात्र निराकृत धूम्रविलोचन धूम्रशते समरविशोषित शोणित बीज समुद्भव शोणित बीजलते शिव शिव शुम्भ निशुम्भ महाहवतर्पित भूत पिशाचरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते धनुरनुसङ्गरणक्षणसङ्गपरिस्फुरदङ्गनटत्कटके कनकपिशङ्गपृषत्कनिशङ्गरसद्भटशृङ्गहतावटुके कृतचतुरङ्गबलक्षितिरङ्गघटद्बहुरङ्गरटद्बटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय जप्य जये जय शब्द परस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते झण झण झिञ्झिमि झिङ्कृतनूपुर शिञ्जित मोहित भूतपते नटित नटार्थ नटी नटनायक नाटित नाट्य सुगानरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ सुमनस्सुमनस्सुमनस्सुमनस्सु मनोहर कान्तियुते श्रितरजनीरजनीरजनीरजनीरजनीकर वक्त्रवृते सुनयन विभ्रमर भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सहित महाहवमल्लमतल्लिक मल्लितरल्लक मल्लरते विरचित वल्लिक पल्लिक मल्लिक झिल्लिक भिल्लिक वर्गवृते शीतकृत फुल्लसमुल्लसितारुण तल्लज पल्लव सल्ललिते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अविरलगण्डगलन्मदमेदुरमत्तमतङ्गजराजपते त्रिभुवनभूषणभूतकलानिधिरूपपयोनिधिराजसुते ऐ सुदती जनलालसमानसमोहन मन्मथराजसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कमलदलामल कोमल कान्ति कलाकलितामल भाललते सकल विलास कलानिलय क्रम केलि चलत्कलहंसकुले अलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मण्डल मौलिमिलद्भकुलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते करमुरलीरववीजित कूजित लज्जित कोकिल मञ्जुमते मिलित पुलिन्द मनोहर गुञ्ज केलितरञ्जितशैलनिकुञ्जगते निजगुणभूतमहाशबरी गणसद्गुणसंहृतकेलितले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कटितटपीतदुकूलविचित्रमयूखतिरस्कृतचन्द्ररुचे प्रणतसुरासुरमौलिमणिस्फुरदं शूलसन्नखचन्द्ररुचे जितकनकाचलमौलिमदोर्जितनिर्भरकुञ्जरकुम्भकुचे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते विजितसहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकनुते कृतसुरतारकसङ्गरतारकसङ्गरतारकसूनुसुते सुरथसमाधिसमानसमाधिसमाधिसुजातरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते पदकमलं करुणानिलये वरिवस्यति योऽनुदिनं स शिवे अयि कमले कमलानिलये कमलानिलयः सकतं न भवेत् तव पदमेव परं पदमित्यनुशीलयतो मम किं न शिवे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कनकलसत्कलसिन्धुजलैरनुसिञ्जिनुते गुणरङ्गभुवम् भजति स किं न शचीकुचकुम्भतटी परिरम्भसुखानुभवम् तव चरणं शरणं करवाणि न तामरवाणि निवासि शिवम् जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते तव विमलेन्दुकुलं वदनेन्दुमलं सकलम् अनुकूलयते किमु पुरुहूतपुरिन्दुमुखी सुमुखीभिरसौ विमुखी क्रियते मम तु मतं शिवनामधने भवति कृपया किमुत क्रियते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अयि मयि दीनदयालुतया कृपयैव त्वया भवितव्यमुमे अयि जगतो जननी कृपयासि यथासि तथानुमितासि रते यदुचितमत्र भवत्युररीकुरुतादुरुतापमपाकुरुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Okay, so oh, I have to allow you people to unmute. Yes. Yeah, you can.
I have one question. I missed out today's. I couldn't attend the session. Only I could attend the recitation part. At 5 o'clock, you play this again on the same link or where do you play it?
So this actually the live we have been leaving it on Facebook. So you can watch it immediately on Facebook on our Facebook channel. Yeah.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock we play it on YouTube.
Okay.
Premieres on YouTube, and then it stays on YouTube as well. So those are the two channels on which you can watch it. And also the days, the translation along with the verse, that is usually on Facebook, Twitter, and the full the thing where you can practice, that is also on YouTube usually.
Okay.
So
Dhanyawad.
yeah,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry.
In my book, 9th sloka is one more extra. All 20, but in my book 21 slokas are there. In ninth sloka, Suralalanaitathe vinayot.
That's true. In some version, it is included.
Oh.
Yeah. There is
Okay.
one. I think there are two or like that. But we have learned it, all of us have, most of us have learned those 20 shlokas.
20 slokas. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sri Matre Namaha.
Maybe, we can add that and, or post it here along with the meaning for those who know that Surala. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Maybe
you.
so we're doing this for 5 days. Maybe on the 6th day, if we
can just
decide, we can discuss it. Okay, so if there are no more questions or comments, we will close for the day.
ధన్యవాదాలు Mani.
Thank you, ma'am. Love the session.
Thank you.
Dhanyavada.